Alright guys, today's video is going to show you my reviews on this inflatable boat that I've been having over a year. I'm going to tell you the pros and cons, and I'll let you know by the end of the video if it's worth getting it or not. Alright, now let's get it. So as you see, this boat fits in this one bag, you know, so let's get this guy out. So I also got to clean it as well, so I was trying to see if I could hit two birds with one stone. So this is the main body right here. Yeah, it's covered in sand. And I also done a few modification on this boat, so that way I can have more fun and fishing. One of them, I'll say, failed, while the other two projects, the modification I did to this didn't. So right now, as you see, this is how it is when it's flat. It comes with two, actually. The floor, which is right here. So the floor, I don't know if you guys see this, so the floor and the boat itself are separate. So in case if like one pops, you won't sink. So right now, let me just get this guy filled up with air and we can continue on the video. All right. All right guys, what's up? This is the boat right here, right now, completely cleaned and also put together. All right, so let me show some of the cool features though that I did add. So obviously I put two rod holders, one on this side, one on the other side. The boat does come with two rod holders, but the thing about these rod holders, they're not bad. It's just if you don't sand down the inner edge of the rim, if you have cork handles, it digs into it and starts to like chip it away at it. Then I add one piece right here for my camera light, one piece for the flashlight. Find a way to attach it. So the chairs are really not that 100% comfortable, but they're better than nothing. You get to adjust it. They slide. You know, I prefer more like just clip on, clip off. And then, all right, so I got these D-rings right here installed, so that way I can put a waterproof duffel bag, so that way I can put more stuff in here while I have more room within the boat, you know. The paddle boards, they come off. Basically, you can unscrew it right here from these hinges. Actually, let me just get more towards closer. So they will unscrew right here on these hinges, you know, and they will stay in place, free to move, you know, for you can paddle and everything. And then it got little clips right here to keep in place. Now this right here, once you guys get this boat, you know, you're not going to have the trolling motor mount with it. So the trolling motor mount is basically just a piece of plastic. As you see, it's just plastic. You just screw in two piece. I'm gonna have to modify this because, as you guys can see, the trolling motor has been sliding, kind of damaged. So I'm probably gonna put a piece of wood right here and right here, so that way I can have it more secure. Other than that, it's pretty easy. Just slide the piece in, move it forward, and then boom, you know. And then on this side, I added another attachment. So this is where I slide in a fish finder. I don't really use it that much, but now I have the option if ever I want to use my fish finder and all that. So the boat is pretty nice and all that, you know. Like you can even stand on your edge and you'll be fine, you know. This thing can withstand your tons. I'll say like a good amount of weight, I'll say. So the floor itself can handle about 289 pounds, almost 300. And the body itself is basically can handle, let's see, 787 pounds. So that's even, you know, better than the floor. And it can hold, apparently it says the maximum of 4 people can fit. And then you can also add, it gives you the option, apparently you can also hook up engine onto this boat. So now another thing too, when you're gonna go ready to go out fishing, when you're taking it out of the trunk, you gotta assemble it, put it together. That's time consuming, you know, that you gotta pedal the air. So it comes with an air pump that you pedal with your, not even, it's like a little lever, like you press on it and it just pumps air. And it does comes with a little patch kit in case if ever it does get punctured. But either way, yeah, that takes time to try to inflate it unless you buy yourself a rechargeable electric air pump. So I did got myself one, so that actually gets that part out of that headache out of the way. But the annoying part is, for me, is when it's time to go, you have to fold the boat, you gotta deflate it, fold, take everything out of the boat. Actually, first you gotta take everything out of the boat, obviously. Then you gotta deflate it, and then you gotta start folding it up, try to make everything fits back inside. So what I like to do, I use the air pump, I put it on the opposite nozzle, and instead of pumping air in, it pumps air out to the point it gets as there's no more air inside. So this is a boat that I like to, I do a lot of night camping on. So when I'm out there fishing, so sometimes what I like to do, I'll move one seat, depending on the side I'm standing on. I'll move either, put them all in one spot, you know, and I'll make sure I got a good side cleared out for me, and I can just literally lay down, make it work. The trolling motor will be obviously on the back towards the boat. I got a battery. I even have a backup battery for longer trips because I like to go way out. I once went, you probably will see on the map, from Thalia Creek all the way up to Lesnar Bridge, which was my longest boat ride. And on my 100 amp lithium battery, still running on a whole ride, was like, I'll say 70 or 65% charge. And I had a 55 Newport trolling motor. So yeah, other than that, that was the only one downside. Obviously, if you get punctured though, the thing about this boat, it has more than one air compartment. So you see air intake 1, air intake 2, you know, and then obviously the floor itself is actually separate. So if one did decide to pop, you will still be able to make it back, you know. It's not the end of the world. This one time I actually got stuck. So I was actually cruising. I might have a clip of it. I was cruising with me and my friend. We were going down to our fishing spot, and then boom, I got stuck. It looks like it was like either a tree or a branch or a piece of log under it. So it did kind of scrape a little bit, but other than that, I turned off my trolling motor and everything and just used the paddle boards and just paddle myself out of it and then just put everything back together. The thing about the rod holder, because I like to use 4 rods when I'm fishing for catfish, you can actually readjust these at any angle you want, you know. So I do change them. They do come with little locks. I don't like locking them in. Never had an issue, the whole piece falling out, fish take it. But the only thing I don't like about the lock is just once you lock it, it's like it takes a lot of effort just to unlock it. So another thing is basically one of the most annoying thing too, obviously, and I feel like that's every boat, but I don't have any trouble. It's basically the maintenance, cleaning it, you know. Once you're done cleaning it, I will recommend, you know, use a protective UV coating layer for this inflatable boat. They do sell them especially made for inflatable boat. Some of the upgrades that I try to do with this, as you guys can see, there's like little sticky right here. I try to put lights. It went well for like 3 inflations, like when I went out fishing, and then that's it. So I stopped using it. But other than that, I'll find another way how to do get lights on it. But until the meantime, this is right now works perfectly fine. So would I recommend this? I would recommend this boat. So if you guys are ever interested, this is a boat that I actually bought in AliExpress. I would recommend it if you're trying to get out, start fishing on a boat. If you're not too nervous on an inflatable boat, because I'll tell you this, though, the boat on the material and the durability is really great, because I have dropped catfish. Catfish hit the spine, hit the edge of my boat using their barbs and all. Their barbs and all that, and I haven't got any puncture or anything. The only thing I would recommend is though, like if you're going to a boat ramp or something, if you're gonna push it, once you get it like partially, you know, either get some wheels that you can actually put under it, and that way it makes it easier to push it into the water, because on the end where I put the trolling motor and everything, it's scraping. So I put it's like a piece of rubber tape that goes right under I place it so that way when I next, hopefully it stays on though. I'm not really 100% if it is, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. So hopefully once you push it, that way I don't have to worry about the materials getting scraped and all that. I would say though, the floor though, it will stain. You know, it has some few stains here and there from either mud or, you know, dirt and all that. Clay could also be, but other than that, the material of this, it's really great. Like there's times the maximum people I ever put on this boat was 3 people while I had a trolling motor and also battery. But that at the time I had a 36 with a 50 amp battery. So it was basically one person, one of my buddies sits here, the other one was on the front, and obviously the one sits more towards the back, driving the boat. Other than that, but for the low price, I would really 100% recommend this. I'll let you guys make your own decisions and your own thoughts and your own opinions. Let me know if you guys have any other recommendations though for upgrades, because I would like to continue upgrading this boat. You know, this is where I started. You guys can make your own decision if you guys want to make the investment. But other than that, these boats are amazing. Again, the link will be in the description. I'll find a way to get the name of this also brand of the boat. If I remember, I really don't. It's called Sailor Marine. There we go. And I got this on AliExpress. This is during the time too when me and my friend, when we decided, look, he was looking on his own and I was looking, and I was at first gonna get an inflatable kayak, but then I was like, I changed my mind because I was thinking more about the space. And when I first used this, I did not have trolling motor. All it was just me rolling all the locations basically. But then once I got the trolling motor, battery, I went even further. My friend finally got his own version of this boat too, and he doesn't regret it so far. I would recommend it. I camped on this overnight multiple times. After you guys watched the previous of my videos, I have 2 anchors. So one thing I do recommend having 2 anchors, because one, it could be a light one, like probably like 5 pounds, and the other one can be 20. That's what I use. The 20 keeps my boat completely stable. The 5 pound just prevents the boat from moving, from letting the wind blow and everything getting all tangled up. Because my friend had lost 1 anchor, and ever since then he tried to actually anchor himself down. He started spinning and spinning, and then he had trouble fishing. Other than that though, so all I can say, I would recommend this, and I do like it. Ever get another one? Not anytime soon. So this is my, I'll call it my reliable inflatable boat. And if I would have the option, I would like to get another boat. And I am not also just putting this out. I am not sponsored. I'm just showing you the review. This is me owning this in particular inflatable boat for over a year. And so far it is still holding up pretty great. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smash the subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and also share what kind of upgrades you guys would do. I want to put more upgrades on this inflatable boat. Still want to find a way to put some lights for that way when I do some night fishing. But other than that, I would say this though, my biggest favorite upgrade out of everything I've added is actually me allowed to put a duffel bag right here, and then I have all the space, you know. I'll show you I'll probably put some in the video, some of the clips when I was upgrading these guys, because I tried to make a video but didn't really consider posting it because I don't thought it was a good video. But other than that, this whole thing, I hope you guys enjoyed, and leave a like. All right, and subscribe. Thank you.